The first snow of December had just begun to fall when Emily Carter locked up Warm Brews Cafe, the little coffee shop where she worked evenings after college. Most people had hurried home before sunset, but Emily had stayed a bit longer, as she often did, wiping tables twice, leaving extra blankets near the door, and handing out leftover pastries to anyone who needed them. It wasn't charity to her. It was humanity. As she stepped outside, pulling her coat closer, she noticed a man curled up beside the cafe window, thin coat, no gloves, shivering like each breath hurt. Most would walk past. Emily didn't. "Sir, are you okay?" she asked softly. The man lifted his head. His beard was overgrown, snow dusted his shoulders, and yet, his eyes were calm. Warm. Intelligent. "I'm fine," he rasped, smiling weakly. "Just cold." "Really cold?" Emily hesitated only a moment. Then she said the words that would change both their lives, "My place is just a few blocks away. You can warm up there. I made soup tonight. Please, come." He stared at her, surprised, almost startled by the sincerity in her voice. "You don't even know me." "You look like you could use some kindness," she replied. "And that's all that matters." Emily's apartment was small, barely big enough for her books, her plants, and the dreams she didn't tell many people about. But it was warm, and that night it smelled of tomato soup and rosemary bread. The man sat by the heater, his hands trembling around the mug she offered. "Thank you," he whispered. No one's done something like this for me in a long time." Emily smiled. "It's just soup." "No," he said, meeting her eyes. "It's kindness." They talked while the storm raged outside. He told her his name was Daniel, just Daniel, and that he'd fallen on hard times. Emily didn't pry. She didn't ask where he came from, or why he was homeless. She simply listened. And for the first time in years, Daniel felt seen, not as a burden, not as a failure, but as a human being. Before sleeping on her couch, Daniel said quietly, "Emily, one day, I'll repay your kindness." She laughed it off. "You don't owe me anything." But Daniel didn't smile back. He looked almost sad. Emily woke to knocking. Strong, urgent. When she opened the door, two men in black coats stood outside, tall, serious, unmistakably security personnel. "We're looking for Mr. Daniel Hart," one said. Her heart dropped. "He's inside. Did he do something wrong?" They exchanged a look. "No, ma'am. He's our CEO." Emily froze. CEO Daniel, the homeless man she sheltered before she could speak. Daniel stepped out of her living room, clean-shaven, dressed in a perfectly tailored suit one guard had brought. He looked like a different person. But his eyes were the same. "Emily," he said gently, "I wasn't lying about needing help, but there's something I didn't tell you." She stared at him, shocked. "You're a billionaire?" Daniel nodded. "I own Hart Tech Industries. For months, I've been going undercover myself, no cameras, no team, just to see the world as it really is. To understand how people struggle. Most walked past me. Some mocked me. But you took me home." Emily swallowed hard. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I needed to know who still believed in kindness without expecting anything in return." Then, taking her hand with quiet sincerity, "And you, Emily, you're the first person in years who made me believe in humanity again." Daniel continued, voice trembling slightly. "You didn't help a billionaire. You helped a man who needed warmth. You gave me dignity when I had none left. Emily felt tears welling. Not because he was rich. Not because she might be on the news tomorrow. But because she suddenly understood. Her small act had changed someone's entire outlook, someone with the power to change millions of lives. Emily, Daniel said, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want anything from you, except the chance to know you better. As the woman who reminded me what compassion looks like. Emily wiped her tears and smiled shy, surprised, but genuinely touched. I'd like that, she whispered. In the weeks that followed, Daniel launched a national project, Homes of Hope, funding shelters, job programs, and mental health support across the country. During every speech, every interview, every board meeting, he always said, this began with one girl, one night, and one bowl of tomato soup. Emily never asked for credit. She never wanted fame. Her kindness had been simple, human, real. But that night, it saved a man. And in return, that man changed the world, starting with her. Sometimes the smallest kindness becomes the spark that lights someone's entire future. And sometimes, the people we help are capable of changing more than we ever imagined.